Liberty Hyde Bailey wrote, "There is the greatest diversity of opinion respecting the proper exposure for fruits. Some growers contending that the northward slope is always the best, others always preferring a southward exposure. And the truth is that no one exposure is best. In all cases, much depends on the location and the particular environment of fruit trees and on the kind of fruit proposed to grow." Indeed, as Michael Phillips says, successful orchards can be found sloping toward every point of the compass. And that being said, here's a few keys to keep in mind. It's a slippery slope, these slopes, and you want to not plant your trees either at the bottom or the top of the slope. And here's why. Cold air is denser, so it pours down into valleys on still nights, giving rise to fog as it condenses. So keep an eye out. And also at the top of the hill, of course, it's going to be that much colder because for every 300 feet of elevation, there's a Fahrenheit degree of coldness. So yes, between one of our farms behind our house in the Naples Valley in the valley bottom and our main farm at much higher, honestly, I mean, there's a lot of other variables. It's often 10 to 15 degrees colder up there. It's amazing. We easily have 2 weeks of frost-free dates on either end of the growing season. It's much warmer down in the valley, but we can get those frosts right in the valley where the frost pours down and settles. So yes, you want to avoid this settling as you are deciding where to plant your orchard. All sites have their pros, all sites have their cons. And the gift you can give these trees and yourself and future generations is this. Don't be hasty and pay attention to where the frost settles and also where the moisture seeps and is soggy, and those little details that will help you find where that tree wants to grow. Because I'm sure I'll speak for myself. I have lots of ideas of where a fruit tree would be beautiful, but that may not be the best place for the fruit. So yes, apples love morning sun, so that dissipates dew, especially here in the Northeast with fungal diseases. That always helps. And if south-facing still offers good drainage, go for it. Amazing. Avoid wind-pummeled areas. You want to make sure that frost isn't going to nip the buds as they're blossoming and your harvest. So there's so much to keep in mind, and just some thoughts on the slippery slope of slope.